Alright, this is the second game in their series. This is happening right after the first game. XiaOzi just left without saying GG. And since this is not, let me go ahead and talk to them, telling them to go. Go. Good luck. Good luck. Alright, and so this is Heartbreak Ridge, if you can't tell. Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah, you know, I had a discussion with one of the other sponsors about being bad-mannered. Because in Season 1, Idra actually disses his opponent, PJ. And there was a discussion about that. I was saying to the other sponsor, or there's 3 sponsors, I was saying to one of the 3 sponsors, or the other 2, excuse me, that I think there should be a rule, like in Pro League, MSL, or OSL, where you can't say anything except GG, mandatory GGs at the end, to prevent bad-manneredness. But one of the other sponsors was telling me he didn't like that idea because, which I'm starting to agree with him, because I think smack talk is a vital part of the game. ASL-Terran is messaging me while he's playing XiaOzi. He's saying so far, I don't know if you guys can read that, so far everyone has been BM to him during the tournament. Jesus, I'm gonna have to talk to one of the sponsors can maybe implement the rules, but I don't know. It seems like a good idea to allow smack talking as being part of the tournament. This kind of rule is kind of, who's to say what is? I guess it's ultimately up to me, right? Whether to decide to allow that or not. And so I don't know. I at first I liked it, but it looks like ASL-Terran is kind of hurt by it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give it some thought. I'm not a bad guy. I'm a nice guy, so it's kind of like, I can put up with the smack talk. You guys know I can put up with smack talk. I put up with smack talk for people all the time about ASL, and so but some of these other players, maybe they're not comfortable with it. Let's see here. XiaOzi, I gotta say, he's really good with his drone harassments. Going off topic, smack talk. Should I allow it or not? Interesting. See, Season 2 hasn't started yet, so the rules don't have to necessarily be down or in cement yet. So there's still some leeway to change some things. But going back to the story, one of the other sponsors saying smack talk should be allowed, and so I guess I don't know. I guess it's okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just make it up right now. That's the wonderful thing about running your own league. You can make your own rules, and people have to follow it, or else. All right. Going back to the game, that was a digress. This is live, by the way. I'm doing a very bad job here. Kind of distracted by what Gozi's saying. So yeah, I genuinely care about other players in the sense of, I want them to have a fun time, for all involved. I don't want, the whole point of this is for people to have fun and, get something out of it, win a prize. You don't want people to not enjoy something like this. It's, StarCraft, it's a beloved game. It's my childhood game. I love it. Less and less these days, but, I still have a strong affinity for it. So it looks like ASL-Terran just took out that drone right there. Let's see here. From what I understand, a lot of people. Sorry, something's happening over here. I think someone's knocking on my door. Oh well, I'll just ignore it. It can't be that important. Okay, let's go here. See what he's doing. The distance between these 2 bases is so far that Terran can more liberally do things that they normally wouldn't be able to do on other maps. Like take an expansion with 1 Marine. in tech, or 2 Marines, excuse me, in tech to factory. So we look over here. Perhaps XiaOzi Terran's playing more standard because he's playing into XiaOzi's bullying. If someone's accusing you of having a boring style, you wanna make things more exciting, right? Just so you don't appear like a noob. So the smack talking XiaOzi's doing might have been just a head game, kind of a strategy just to get into XiaOzi Terran's head. People say Idra's bad mannered, but I think it's all an act. I think he just does it because Michael Jordan does it when he's on the court. Michael Jordan used to do it when he used to play basketball on the court with other players. He used to, BM like hell his opponents, and so that's just the way Americans roll, yo. But in XiaOzi's case, I think he's Canadian, but that's the way North Americans roll. Okay, and it looks like XiaOzi's sending out his vultures. I'm on a squeaky table. Hope you guys don't hear me. My table rocking, but I'm pressing the arrow keys, and so let me readjust my arm so it doesn't move the table so much. I gotta get a new table. This table's it looks nice, but it seems kind of flimsy. Alright. Okay, this is good. You don't have no idea how annoying this is for a Zerg player, without Overlord speed, because it's so good at containment. You don't have that many Overlords, right? So you can't just place Overlords all over the map to find these mines, and because they're just so far spaced apart, and the Overlords are so slow that it takes forever to remove the mines. Like right there, you have no idea how much. I bet. I gotta say, if I were XiaOzi right now, I would be tilting. I love to play ZVT. I love to play the different race matchups, and I get pissed off like hell when Terran does that, because it's my fault for not being more cautious with. This is very good harassment here. Even though there's the sunken here, these vultures took out quite a bit of drones. I wasn't counting, but I think you gotta, XiaOzi loses the minerals that took to produce those drones, and he loses future potential minerals that those drones would have gathered. So it's kind of like it makes up for the amount of minerals that XiaOzi Terran loses by sacrificing his vultures like that in order to get those drones. And so this is one of the two styles against Zergs these days. Fantasy, I think Fantasy and who's the other guy? Fuck, I forget his name. But Fantasy and another Terran player. Flash. Excuse me. I can't believe I didn't remember that. They like to do the mech builds against Zerg, and so this is one of the two styles. There's the bio build and the mech build. I personally think the mech build is very good against Zerg, and I actually recommend it. If you're excellent micro or Savior Lee J Dong with your mutas, you can do so much harassments against a bio force. But versus Goliaths, you just force the Zerg to get more ground unit, and the game becomes more variable. The chances of Terran winning goes up, and so I definitely an advocator of the mech build against Zerg, and so this is interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I think last game XiaOzi didn't stack his mutas either. I guess he was possibly expecting Valkyries. Oh, this is interesting. It's like a mixture. Usually they go one way or the other. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, what's he doing over here? Looks like XiaOzi's gonna be sneaky. And that's why we have that SCV there. By the way, I just want to say I'm very impressed with both of these players making it to the final. These, I critique these guys, but these guys can kick my ass any day of the week. They're just so highly skilled.